Thomas, and I'm a senior at Georgia Tech. So college has been like one of the greatest moments of my life. But one thing I found is that too often I worry about my own safety. 1004. Can you believe that in my 2.5 years at Georgia Tech, 1004 students have been victims of crimes? And it doesn't stop there. That's the problem.
So a lot of you guys know that recently at Emory there's been a lot of cases of sexual assault. There's actually been 50 cases since my time at Emory. And it's a really big issue right now on campus, and everyone's trying to come up with a solution for it. So while there are apps like these that are trying to make a difference, the problem with them is that they're not actually preventative. So you open these apps, and if you're walking down the street at night by yourself, you can click a panic button, but what's that really going to do? You can alert their friends, and you can alert the authority, but you're still by yourself. And clearly, sexual assaults aren't going down, so there's something else that needs to be done about this. And that's where Safelink comes in. So we're trying to create an app that's preventative. So the way we work is kind of like a buddy system. So you know, when you have more people around you, you're going to be more safe, and that's the whole mission. So the way Safelink works is you open up your app and you connect to your .edu email address. And the reason we do that is so you know that it's someone else in your school that you're going to be meeting up with to walk to a different location. You also connect via Facebook, that way you know exactly who you're meeting with, and you know how many mutual friends you have with them and what they look like. You then use in-app messaging to figure out a destination to meet. After that, you open your app and you figure out where you are, where you want to go, and your estimated time of arrival. Now, the app will check in on you, so supposing you say 10 minutes, 10 minutes later the app's going to check in on you and say, are you there yet? And if not, and if for some reason you don't respond, campus security is alerted immediately, and they know exactly where you are and who your partner is. Finally, there's a panic button, so even if you are walking by yourself and something happens, you can press the button and campus security will be there in a few minutes.
So one unique feature of our app is incident mapping. So our app will collect data of incidents that happen around campus. And when the app routes students to their destination, it'll create alternate routes that will take the student away from more prone areas. So the red dots are the incidences, and so it will create a different route that would try to avoid those areas. Another important feature is live incident updates. So since our app is integrated through the campus police network, when an incident happens, it can immediately report it to the students. And so here the big red exclamation point will tell the student something's happening there, so I should avoid that area. So a key to our app is retention and making sure that our users keep using the app, because that's in the best interest of the university. So we've essentially gamified our app so that we created an incentive system that provides students with exclusive offers and promotions through with local businesses that we partnered with. On top of this, we made a strong referral system to get a large user base early, and that's driven through prizes based on how many friends you invite to the app.
So our revenue model functions in two ways. First is in-app advertisement, and the second is yearly subscriptions based on university size. So just to break that down a little bit more, this is a revenue model for some of the aforementioned apps that we were talking about that are not preventative based. So we think because we are preventative based, we're going to make much more than that. So in terms of marketing, we have a two-pronged approach. Early on, we are going to get people to go to colleges and advocate for us, and basically they're going to get more subscriptions. Later on, these are actually celebrities that have experienced sexual assault in the past, and so we can partner with a celebrity like that and kind of help our app grow that way. That's kind of what we're doing.
So our target market is large universities with high crime rates to maximize our revenue potential. And for our timeline of growth, after 3 months of development for the app, we're planning to go into testing and prototyping at 5 different universities. At the end of prototyping and testing, we hope to gain at least 2 subscriptions, and from then we're focusing on growth. And so by the end of 2 years, we want to reach 24 university subscriptions, which would allow us to break even.
Our exit strategy are companies like Uber, who's really interested in safety, and also companies like AT&T, who have acquired apps like this in the past.
So we've approximated that it would take about $1.8 million for us to break even. And so that's where you guys would come in. Because we want to remind you that you're not only investing in us, but you're going to be investing in the future of tomorrow. Thank you.
to want to use it. There seem to be a little bit of barriers to waiting, meeting up with people, and the actual practice of what this is supposed to entail.
So the reason this whole idea started is actually because I feel really uncomfortable walking around Emory right now. Walking back from the library, back to my dorm, I absolutely hate it. And a lot of girls that I've been talking to feel the exact same way. And so we want to create an app that if I'm leaving the library at 11 p.m. and all my other friends are already back in the dorm, who do I connect with that I can easily walk with them? So that's why the whole idea started, and we have in-app messaging. So I'm connected to someone immediately, and I can say, hey, let's meet by the exit in 5 minutes and walk together.
I also suggest a couple of additional safety. One is sudden movement, another one is delayed movement. Because maybe I have to stop because somebody is, so now your system doesn't know if you're actually walking or not. Or maybe I stop and something happened because the average speed that I was at, now something changed. So there's got to be something that caused that. So maybe those two things can help you with
So we thought about the latter one. So then what we were thinking is that if we did something like that, it would be based on time. Because if it is too early, between 6 to 12, then if you stop to meet your friend, we don't want to send you emails.
Right, and that's also why the app checks in on you. So if the app says, are you there yet? And you say no, it'll just check on you in a little bit.
So what I'm seeing is preventative is equal to group size. So is there a certain threshold that is the safest group size? Are you getting statistics that says if people are walking groups of 2, that's good enough, but only single walkers are somehow always getting mugged?
So, I can't per se for specific statistics because we couldn't find much on that. But I know from my time at Georgia Tech, most of the muggings and thefts that occur are when you are alone. It's always in isolated areas, and they're always not in necessarily the middle of campus, but on parts where it's a little bit more shady and things like that.
What about stuff like the Stinger bus?
Yeah,
I
so
know Brown University
every university has that system. From what I found, no one really uses it because the university doesn't spend that much money on it. So you'd have 3 or 4 stingers, and so it'll take you 30 to 45 minutes to find a ride, when I can just take 10 minutes, walk there so I can get my stuff done. So what ends up happening is that people would just opt into walking because, especially when it comes to men, because men are nothing's gonna happen to me. And so then, and that's the whole point of us having the gamification and incentivizing people to use the app, because at the end of the day, our customer isn't the college student, it's the university. And it's in the best interest of the university to keep their students safe so that the people that are paying the university are paying